Ever seen DFW this empty? It's kind of eerie. Walking through a quiet terminal feels kind of surreal, like we're the only ones heading out on an adventure today. It's a total contrast to the craziness we've been through just to get here. But maybe this calm is a good sign. A moment to breathe before the real excitement kicks in. Our journey begins here at DFW Airport. We're about to board the Japan Airlines brand new A350-1000.
Welcome to the Flagship Lounge, our little oasis before the long flight ahead. One of the perks of flying Japan Airlines business class is getting access to this slice of luxury. It's the perfect spot to chill, especially after all the hoops we've jumped through to make this trip happen. From the last-minute flight changes to a typhoon on the horizon, getting here wasn't exactly a walk in the park.
This lounge is seriously impressive. Cozy chairs, modern vibes, and those massive windows giving us front row seats to the runway. We couldn't ask for a better place to kick back. As we settle in, it's hard not to think about everything that led us here. There's a whole story behind this trip, filled with a bit of drama and a lot of determination. So when we first booked this trip, we were beyond excited. Flying on JAL's new A350-1000 was like a dream come true. Top of the line business class luxury was waiting for us, and we could hardly wait. But then out of nowhere, we got the dreaded email. Our plane had been switched to the older 777-300ER. Now, the 777's a solid ride, but it wasn't the A350 experience we'd been so hyped about. We weren't about to let that mess up our plans. So we jumped on the phone, we made a bunch of calls, and after some scheduling magic, we snagged seats on a flight still using the A350-1000. It took some effort, but we weren't settling for less. Just when we thought we'd sorted everything out, news broke about a typhoon heading toward Japan. Suddenly, the chance of our flight getting canceled was very real. It was pretty stressful, but honestly, it just made us more determined. We were getting to Tokyo, no matter what Mother Nature had in store.
The lounge had an awesome spread, exactly what we needed to recharge. From fresh salads to hot dishes, the selection was both huge and delicious. Even though we didn't get access to the exclusive flagship dining room, since JAL business class doesn't include that, we didn't feel like we were missing out. The food here was more than enough. What made it even better was how quiet it was. The lounge was almost empty, like our own private getaway. It gave us a chance to relax, soak in the start of this journey, and really appreciate the perks of international travel. Sitting here now, watching the planes come and go, it's wild to think about everything we've dealt with to be here. Flight changes, a possible typhoon, it was a roller coaster. But moments like this make it all worth it. The challenges add something special to the experience we're about to have. There's something about overcoming obstacles together. It makes us appreciate the journey even more. As we get ready to board the A350-1000, the excitement's really building. We're ready for whatever comes next.
The Flagship Lounge was the perfect place to relax for a long journey ahead. But no matter how great the lounge is, there's always that moment when you see your plane land. And this one wasn't just any plane. It was the A350-1000. The excitement really started kicking in as we watched it roll down the runway. After all the last minute changes to get on this flight, it felt like things were finally coming together. Walking down the jet bridge, all those months of planning, the flight changes, the typhoon drama, it all melted away. This wasn't just any flight. This was going to be the experience we'd been waiting for.
This seat is huge. I cannot believe the space we have. It literally is your own apartment. Oh, that's good.
You know you're in for a good flight when you've got this much space. The seat's massive, tons of legroom, and the privacy screen makes it feel like your own little world. Whether you want to work, relax, or lie flat and sleep, it's all possible here. The enclosed suite just gives you that sense of calm, and everything you need is right at your fingertips. This suite is just like your own mini hotel room in the sky. The design is sleek and modern, with leather seats, wood accents, and just enough tech to make you feel like you've got everything within reach. The seats adjust from upright to a fully flat bed at just the push of a button. It's the details that make the difference. Little storage spaces for your essentials, charging ports, and enough privacy that you can settle in without feeling like you're in the middle of a busy flight. JAL knows how to make long-haul flights feel shorter, and this suite proves it.
This A350-1000 cabin represents the future of Japan Airlines. The cabin was part of a complete redesign to improve the passenger experience. JAL wanted to take their already excellent business class offering to the next level. The idea behind the redesign wasn't just about comfort, but what about creating a personalized, private space for each passenger? Every seat is enclosed with sliding doors, giving you that extra bit of privacy. The suite feels like your own personal pod. It's designed to make you forget you're sharing the cabin with other passengers. They've increased the width of the seats, added more storage options, and even improved the overall ambiance of the cabin with softer lighting and more elegant finishes. The new design came out of years of research and passenger feedback. JAL wanted to give the business class passenger an experience that rivals first class, and you can tell they succeeded. The leather seats, wooden accents, and high-tech controls make this cabin feel less like an airplane and more like a luxury hotel room at 35,000 feet.
So there was 2 bags. I got the blue, he got the green. Let's see what's inside. This is his.
So here's where things fell a little flat. The amenity kit, while functional, definitely didn't live up to the rest of the flight's luxury vibe. Everything came in this pretty basic bag, and honestly, it felt a little cheap compared to the experience so far. Inside, you get the essentials: an eye mask, earplugs, tissues, and a toothbrush kit. But nothing really stands out. The oddest thing, this plastic phone stand they included. It's a neat idea in theory, but on a flight where you already have a built-in entertainment system, it felt a little bit unnecessary. The rest of the kit wasn't anything special either. No premium skincare products or extras that you might expect from a high-end airline like JAL. Overall, it felt like they were cutting corners here, which was surprising considering how well they've done with other parts of the flight.
Now, where the amenity kit may have been underwhelming, the in-flight entertainment more than made up for it. JAL's system is seriously impressive. Tons of content from the latest Hollywood blockbusters to Japanese classics. The screen is massive, with stunning resolution that made it easy to get lost in whatever we were watching. The interface was smooth and intuitive. It felt like a high-end tablet with easy scrolling and tons of variety. Whether you're into action, romance, documentaries, or even binge-worthy series, there's something for everyone. And with a long-haul flight like this, having that kind of entertainment on hand is a game changer. Then there's the audio. JAL includes their branded noise-canceling headphones, which honestly did a great job of blocking out the cabin noises. The sound quality was clear, with deep bass and crisp highs, perfect for diving into a movie or just drowning out the world for a bit. It made the whole IFE experience feel that much more immersive.
I can't hear a thing. So they give you a mock sweatshirt.
Now, this flight almost didn't happen. Just a few days before our departure, Typhoon Shanshan started barreling toward Japan. By the time it hit its peak on August 26th, it was a Category 3 storm with winds reaching up to 215 kilometers per hour. The storm was initially heading straight for Tokyo, and for a while, it looked like our flight would either be delayed or even diverted. The idea of landing in the middle of a typhoon? Yeah, not ideal. We're glued to the weather reports, watching as Shanshan tore through southern Japan, causing massive flooding, power outages, and even landslides. As the storm approached, evacuation warnings were issued for millions of residents across southern Japan. It was a close call. Fortunately, as we prepared for our flight, the storm started veering south, just enough to let us continue our journey. But it wasn't without some tense moments of turbulence on the way. We really got lucky. Just a slight shift in the storm's path, and we would have been rerouted or stuck waiting it out. Typhoon Shanshan gave us a scare, but in the end, everything worked out, and we were still on our way to Tokyo.
Can I try? Do you have this stuff recently?
Sorry, we
Okay, you're out of those. I'll try this Riesling, please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I got the Brundlemeyer Riesling. Not as sweet as I would like, but delicious. They gave me the chopsticks with the Japanese meal. Squid.
It's octopus.
Octopus.
We're off to a strong start.
Okay. Okay. It's good. Thank you so much. Oh, it is white. The Japanese wine.
The Japanese wine.
Japanese wine. It's Lumiere kosher suli. Close. Way off. This is what I expected the Riesling to taste like. So it's actually really sweet, a little bubbly. Delicious.
Oh.
It's all in Japanese. Oh, it falls apart. It actually like literally just fell apart on me. That's really good. That's really good, actually.
Good.
Wow, that's actually really good. Whatever you want.
You're rolling.
Rice? Actually cooked very well. Miso soup? Delicious. Beef is a little chewy.
You're really on it with those chopsticks. Thank you.
Would you like another drink?
Yes, please. Sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
Yes, thank you.
From the presentation to the ingredients. Even though Tay's meal might have been a bit of an acquired taste, you can't help but admire the attention to detail.
All right, just to give you a quick recap on our day. So we got to the airport this morning at 6:30. Unfortunately, the Japan Airlines ticket counter doesn't open until 8:30. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to check in early. However, we had our electronic boarding passes and we went right through security.
And then we headed up to the American Airlines flagship lounge. Everyone was so sweet and the food was so good. And that natural sunlight and those views of the planes are so amazing.
All right, so we'll catch back up with you in a little bit. We're gonna have some snacks here after we take a quick nap. We'll show you the bed. Really excited to get some sleep because I've heard that this bed is actually phenomenal. So we'll see you in a bit.
We're a little delirious at this point. I wear this because I spill on everything I own, and this is such a nice touch. I look like my gammy, but I love it. So let's talk about the bathroom, because JAL doesn't skimp on any details, even here. First off, it's spotless. You'd never guess this was a bathroom at 35,000 feet with how clean and fresh everything feels. From the moment you walk in, you can tell it's been thoughtfully designed and well maintained. Right away, you notice the nice touches like Miller Harris soap and lotion, not your typical airplane soap. This stuff smells amazing and it feels like a small luxury during a long haul flight. Then there's the toothbrushes and toothpaste, all neatly arranged, making it easy to freshen up during the flight. They even had mouthwash, which was perfect after our meal service. It's a small thing, but it really makes a difference, especially on a long flight when you want to stay fresh. And then there's the bidet toilet, which is a total game changer. Leave it to Japan Airlines to bring the extra touch of comfort. Clean, modern, and fully functional. It really elevates the whole experience. It's not something you expect to see on an airplane, but here it is. Another example of how JAL goes above and beyond to make sure every detail feels premium. Overall, the bathroom felt more like something you'd find in a high-end hotel rather than on an aircraft. It was meticulously clean throughout the flight, and everything was well stocked. It's clear that they've put just as much care into this space as they do into the rest of the cabin.
Flying business class isn't just about the fancy meals or extra space. It's about the simple joy of actually being able to lay flat and get some real rest. There's a reason people say once you try business class, you don't want to go back. Being able to stretch out, close your eyes, and truly relax without feeling cramped changes the entire experience of a long-haul flight. When you fly economy, sleep is hit or miss at best. But here in JAL's business class, it's like having your own personal oasis in the sky. The bed is spacious, the blanket and pillows are soft, and the privacy of an enclosed suite gives you the peace you need to rest. You don't realize how much of a luxury this is until you're in the middle of a 14-hour flight and suddenly you're comfortable enough to sleep as if you're in a real bed. Trust me, being able to fall asleep at 35,000 feet, laying completely flat, with everything you need within arm's reach, it's what makes the business class worth it. JAL really nailed the comfort and privacy of this suite. After a meal, some entertainment, and now getting to sleep in this bed, you start to realize that this isn't just about getting to your destination. It's about enjoying the journey. Business class gives you the chance to arrive feeling refreshed, and that, to me, is priceless.
After a good rest, we couldn't resist diving into some of the snack options. JAL offers an impressive selection, starting with the special tonkatsu flavored miso ramen, comforting, rich, and exactly what you want mid-flight. The grilled eel rice bowl was another standout, with tender eel over a fluffy bed of rice. We also had a nice assortment of cheese and fresh fruit, a simple but classic snack, and then moved on to something heartier, like the vegetable curry and a light salmon slider. Whether you're craving something savory or sweet, JAL has you covered, and the flexibility of ordering off the anytime menu whenever you want adds the extra layer of convenience.
Overall, how did this flight stack up? The redesigned A350-1000 cabin is an absolute game changer in aviation. From the quieter cabin to the increased comfort, it's a significant leap forward in long-haul travel. The cabin feels more modern with thoughtful touches throughout that really enhance the experience. You can tell JAL put a lot of thought into this redesign. It's not just about the aesthetics, but also how it improves the entire flight. Compared to older planes like the 777, the difference is night and day. The A350 is quieter, smoother, and just feels like a more refined way to travel over 13 or 14 hours. And let's be honest, on a flight that long, those small differences make a huge impact. Now, when it comes to service, JAL certainly didn't disappoint. The crew was attentive, friendly, and professional. Everything you'd expect from Japan Airlines. They were always ready to help with a smile. They made sure we were comfortable throughout the flight. But I'd say the food, while good, was just slightly above average for business class. It wasn't quite the standout that we were hoping for, but it definitely had some highlights, especially the Western options. What truly set the flight apart is the A350 itself. JAL has crafted an excellent business class product that makes long-haul travel so much more comfortable, but it didn't quite reach the exceptional level we often associate with Japanese airlines. That said, we still thoroughly enjoyed the flight. The comfort of the suite, the space, the quiet cabin, all of that combined made it a great experience. As we prepare for our next leg of the journey, we're already thinking about the comparisons. In our next review, we'll be flying on ANA's 777-300ER, and that's where you'll really be able to see the difference between the A350 and an older aircraft. The 777 is great, but it's going to be hard to compete with the quiet, smooth ride of the A350. Honestly, it feels like a different class of plane altogether. Overall, flying Japan Airlines on the A350-1000 was a fantastic experience. One we definitely recommend if you're looking for comfort, privacy, and a smoother ride on a long-haul flight. The A350 really raises the bar when it comes to business class travel. And with JAL's service and attention to detail, it's hard to beat. But there's one more to come. Stick around because in our next video, we'll be reviewing ANA's 777-300ER. And that's going to be a fun comparison. We'll put these two major Japanese airlines head to head and see which